look for everyone else in their blue caps. So a couple basic things just to get started. Has everyone been to a beach before? Yes, no? Yes. Yeah, most of us have? Alrighty, great. So when we go down to a beach, lovely sand, water, everything like that, try not to just go straight into the water. Alrighty, so we want to have a stand back, we want to look at our beach setup. So we've got our 2 red and yellow flags. We're always swimming in between the 2 red and yellow flags. We've got one over that side, can't really see because there's some stuff in the way, and then we've got one right here. Safest spot to swim. In between those red and yellow flags, there's normally a yellow flag poking up. Yeah? That yellow flag, it's just a warning. So underneath there's a little board. Yeah. Some of you might be able to see it if you can get in the right spot. That board tells us everything that's happening for the day. So the temperature, the tide, so how the water's coming in and how far up, what time it is. If there's any rips, if there's jellyfish, if there's anything like that, it will be written on that board. There's a couple other flags. So on this flag here, it's black and white. It's for surfers. So if you've got a surfboard, you've just got to be on the outside of those flags. And we've got a red flag as well. So red flag, stop, don't go in. It's dangerous, okay? Red means stop on a traffic light. Red on the beach, stop and have a look. There'll be a little sign underneath it to tell us why. We've got some more signs that we have on the beach. So, blue bottles, they will sting you, they do hurt, but it's okay, you can still go swimming. Marine stingers just covers any other kind of thing that can sting you in the water. High surf, so if the surf is really big, it can be dangerous. You can get hit on the back, hurt your neck. That's why that's here. Sharks, pretty obvious. Yeah, so a strong current. Current's is the way that the water is moving. So it depends on which way the sign is pointing. So if this sign was up, the current's moving that way. If it was this way, the current's moving this way. And then crocodile, alrighty? We don't have crocodiles here, only up north. Yeah. So if we see a crocodile on the beach is closed for 3 days. Don't go on the sand, they will chase you. Yeah, they like to hang around.
I'll become a crocodile dandy for it.
Yeah, you can do that, I won't. So sharks, they can't come onto the sand, so you can still work on your tan. I'm a bit white, so I like to do that when there's a shark in the water. They're not here to eat us. They're just having their fun in their environment. We're having our fun in our environment. When we go into the water, that's their home, so we need to be mindful of them. If there's a shark, it's only closed for 2 hours. They like to swim around and they'll move on to the next beach. Lifeguards, so there's 2 different types of lifeguards. Our lifeguards, red and yellow. Yeah, they don't get paid, they're here on the weekends and public holidays. Paid lifeguards, that's their car, they wear blue and white, so it's pretty easy to tell the difference. Yeah. Oh, make sure there's no sand. We wear the caps like you guys do, so this is just the one to say that we are on patrol. Yellow group, you guys are heading down there. You guys are down there. Okay. So these ones, it's just so underneath our hat. If we take our hat off, people can still see that we are on patrol and we're here to like watch the beach and everything. If we go for a swim, it's really easy to see this in the water. Yeah? So, not that. Not that. Not that. Okay. So, as lifeguards, we've got a couple pieces of equipment that we use. This is a drone. They're only really new. Obviously, they're up in the sky. They can spot our sharks and our crocs, but they can also spot our rips. We've got 2 different types. So this one here has a little yellow tag. It's got a tube on the bottom of it. So if someone's out really far, we can send the drone out. It will drop the tube and then we can use something else to come and get them. Our buggy. Normally have a board and our first aid kit in the back. So if someone needs some help all the way down that beach, we can take the buggy down instead of walking. In our group today.
G'day.
So yeah. And then just a little bit of first aid. So super quickly, when we come into a situation, we use a series of letters that stand for words. So DRS, ABCD. Doctors ABCD. So D, you just want to make sure there's no danger before you're walking in, and you're going to bring the patient out. R, you're going to see if they can hear you. So you're going to talk to them and ask for a response. If they can't hear you, obviously move on to the next step and you're going to call for help. Yeah? So check for danger, check for a response, and then you're going to call for help. And then we move on to some more intensive stuff. So we're going to check their airway. Make sure they're nothing stuck, vomit, seaweed, food, anything like that. You're just going to see if their airway is nice and clear. So to do that, you're just going to open their mouth, using your hand, open their mouth, and you can have a look down. A, B, breathing. You're going to check to see if they're breathing. You can do that by listening for the air coming out, or you can feel it as well. C, we're going to do some compressions. Does everyone know how to do them? Everyone know what CPR is? Yeah, so you're going to do 30 compressions on their chest. So if you put your fingers in between their armpits and draw a line, that's where you're going to be doing your compressions. 30 compressions and then 2 breaths. If you don't want to kiss them in real life, you don't have to kiss them when they're dead, so you don't have to give their breaths, alrighty? You can just keep going with compressions until someone else comes over. And then D is our defib, so defibrillator. It doesn't start the heart, it stops the heart, but it gives them a big shock. So you're going to put 2 pads on, one on their side and one on their chest. And then if you can draw a line between it, you'll see their heart. If they're a lot smaller, like a little baby, you can put one on the back and one on the front. And in between that again is their heart, alrighty? And then our recovery position. So when someone comes back, we can put this in a position just to help them. If they vomit, they're already on their side, so vomit can come out and they won't choke back on it. But I do need a volunteer. Come on.
Who wants to lie on the ground and get sandy?
Who wants to lie on the ground and get sandy, and then you can go in the water and wash up?
Really?
Yeah, Dundee. Alrighty, so you're going to lie on your back for me. Anyway, it's perfect. So our friend here, he is just, we've done all our CPR and everything, and he's come back to life. Sorry, you can close your eyes, that's alright. You're somewhat dead, it's alright. Okay, so to start, we're going to lift his back knee up. Alrighty, and then we're going to put his hand on his chest. Then we're going to do a hip and shoulder roll. I'll get there. A hip and shoulder roll, pretty simple. Hip and shoulder and then roll. Gonna pop his arm out nice and straight just to support him. 1, 2, 3, roll. And then move his leg over. You can put this hand underneath his head and he can stay there all day long. Alrighty? That's my job done. See you later. Okay. So there you can hop up. Thank you.
You alright?
That's what we can put them in. If they're vomiting, it's easy for them to get the vomit out. You can scoop it out, or you can use their fingers to scoop it out. I don't really want to touch his vomit, so I'd use his fingers. Alrighty? If we want to, we can practice that with everyone else, or we can go into the water. Up to you guys. Do you want to practice it?
No.
No? Okay, let's head down to the water. Board's waiting. And then you can start paddling. So you're going to lie on your belly. One leg is going to go on either side of the board. And then we paddle like this. Your arm is all the way in the water. The little fairy tabs. You're not going to go anywhere. You're going to come backwards and do fairy tabs. All the way in the water. What you're going to do is you're going to paddle So if you guys fall off the board, it's only going to be this big. So just stand back up. We're not going to take you where you can't touch. But okay, hold on to it. Follow me. Just stand back up. The penny strap. Hold the penny one. It's okay. Just let it go.
you bring that towel for me? Sorry, the towel. I want to take video, but it should be dry. So just a minute, sir. Okay, thank you.
How was your experience?
How was that?
Not bad,
Yeah.
but not long enough. I want some more.
Oh.